Hello, welcome to the Words and Personality Podcast. We'll be talking about Justice League. Yeah,
we're talking about both versions.
Yeah. Snyder Cut just came out, and I literally hadn't seen Justice League at all, and I watched both Josh Whedon and Snyder Cut back to back.
I saw. Hey, it's funny. I saw the Snyder Cut when it came out. I'm like, okay, cool. I should do a review for it. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I don't even remember what happened in the other version. So on my day off, I legit sat in my room for 6 hours and watched just Justice League. I'm just like, damn, bro. 6 straight hours. That was exhausting.
Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy both versions. I did. But remember, I went in not caring about either. Anything after BVS is a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything after BVS is a masterpiece. So I was like, okay, I went into Justice League thinking it could not be any worse than BVS. So it was like, yep, I'm right. It couldn't be any worse. It was better than BVS.
Absolutely.
So now that the standards have been set so low, everything is considered a masterpiece.
Yep.
The first Wonder Woman, the second Wonder Woman, every single superhero movie that comes afterward is considered a masterpiece.
I thought Wonder Woman 84 was trash, but I still watched that a million times before I even watched Batman vs Superman one time.
Yeah, BVS is the movie that actually stopped me from watching all DC movies afterwards. I haven't seen, I saw Wonder Woman, but I stopped after that because I was like, why is everyone praising this? And then I didn't see Aquaman, Shazam.
Aquaman was good.
Everyone tells me it's good. Everyone tells me Shazam is enjoyable, but it's going the Marvel route.
Well, think about it though. Shazam is about a 14-year-old kid who gets superpowers.
Yeah,
there is no way you can make
him
that
act like a 10.
That's stupid. They make him act like 10 years old, but still though, a kid getting superpowers. There's no way to make that dark. That's going to be like a fun, funny movie or whatever. Come on. So I give them that for making that way lighter.
Yeah,
like, you kind of have to.
Yeah, you do. I understand that, but it's just like you promised one thing and then you completely go against it because you realized with BVS that it wasn't working.
Yeah.
So BVS was kind of the downfall of all superhero movies because that's now the lowest bar. It used to be Steel that was the lowest bar for superhero movies. But no, BVS stole the crown from Steel. I would rather watch Steel over BVS.
Dude, Shaq having to make a free throw in order to escape? Like, how can you not love that?
That is how low of a bar BVS has set.
I'd rather watch Meteor Man where they sitting there voguing.
Captain Planet. Captain Planet.
You talking about the Don Cheadle Captain Planet?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would rather watch that over BVS again. Yeah. It's funny how this was about Justice League, but we were just slamming BVS.
This is the thing, though. I knew Batman versus Superman was going to be trash because they went from Man of Steel, and then their second movie is a team-up movie with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and then they throw in YouTube clips of the other members of the Justice League. I'm like, bro, y'all skipped like 20 steps to try to catch up to Marvel. Y'all just failed there.
Not only that, is they pushed too hard for Lex Luthor to instantly be an ultimate bad guy. No, they instantly pushed him to knowing everything about Kryptonian planet. No, they instantly made him know about Doomsday. No. They turned Zod's body. It's just like, no. How does he have all this knowledge?
No.
We need... No.
I was waiting for you to say no again. No.
We needed everyone to have a backstory. The one thing that made Justice League a little better, even though they threw everyone in, there was enough of each character that it was passable.
Which version are you talking about?
Both. The only thing I didn't like was Cyborg in the first one.
Yeah, dude, Cyborg was straight trash because they did nothing with him. He was just there.
It made no sense. Barry Allen, we knew what his situation was. Why? Because he was talking to his father in prison in the Josh Whedon version. So we had an understanding. Aquaman, we knew there was tension between him and the other...
the fish people.
Crap, I've already forgot. The Atlanteans.
It's funny. I forgot their names in my review too. I'm like, screw it, the fish people.
It's one of those things that it's just like we knew, but with Victor Stone, we knew nothing about him. But with the Snyder Cut, it was basically a Victor Stone origin story.
Yeah,
it was all about him.
I loved Victor in this movie because, like, yes, bro, we know about his past. Like, he's a football player. We know that he was a
Ray Fisher ain't coming back.
Ray Fisher.
He's only known for 3 movies, right?
That's his name, Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
I think I called him Ray Porter in my review.
Yeah.
I feel stupid.
He's only known for 3 movies.
See?
Justice League, and BVS.
Yeah, see?
So it's just like...
He's such an unknown that I thought his name was Ray Porter. I don't even know where I got that from. See, you done messed up. I understand. Hey, peep this, bro. I understand that you have problems with Warner Brothers, with the whole Justice League behind the scenes, but bro, your resume, your filmography, you don't have much. The only 3 movies you have is a cameo, a YouTube clip in Batman versus Superman, and Justice League. That's really it. I'm not even gonna sit there and say you have 2 movies and like 3 TV shows, bruh. Shut up and do the job. Maybe say like, yeah, there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. It was kind of a little bad, but we got through it. And then when you establish yourself, oh yeah, Josh Whedon messed this up. Warner Brothers was trash. Blah 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 blah. Bro, you kind of probably just ruined your career right here. Because I mean, now the Cyborg movie is gone, or the Cyborg movie is probably still there. You're just gone.
Yeah,
you're not gonna be in Flat. There's a lot of stuff that's probably gonna happen that you're not part of. You just messed up your money because but you did good though. You did good in the movie. I
in the
enjoyed
Snyder
him
cut.
a lot. In the Snyder cut.
In the Snyder cut.
But it's like, yeah, like he wants to help people out. I love that about him. He help people out. You get to see more of his gifts with him being a cyborg, about like how he can kind of like look into the the mother box and all that. I love that, bro. I thought that. He's probably like one of my favorites in this movie. He was great.
Well, him and of course the Flash.
Of course,
the Flash is one of those characters. He's always been the heart of the Justice League, and you got enough of that in the Josh Whedon version because, let's face it, all the scenes were basically the same, just changed up a bit, like when they're digging up the grave. A few things were shot differently, but the jokes still landed. The humor was still there, and he was still talking like crazy because he was alone.
Yeah. What I do like is that because they brought Josh Whedon over, to take over, and they wanted him to he basically tried to do what he did with Marvel and bring that to DC. So instead of having a Flash, cracking jokes, Aquaman cracking, you had Batman cracking jokes. I hated that, bro. I mean, don't get me, when you were talking to Superman, oh, and I thought you brought me back because you like me. Oh, I don't not. I'm like, stop trying to be funny. Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding tonight.
See, that's the thing. I didn't know that was supposed to be funny. I was thinking he was just because that's the thing. I was like, is Batman stuttering? Is he afraid at this point in time? Does he not know what he's saying?
They was trying to make him funny.
See,
bro.
I didn't get that.
Even when because I still love the line. So Aquaman, here you can talk to fish. I love that. But when he did it again, like when he was trying to when he was like giving everybody details and all that, like, hey, Flash, run the surface, Cyborg, do this. And, Aquaman, like run a trick. Do you talk to fish? I'm like, stop trying to be funny, bro. You're Batman. We don't need that. This is DC. This is not Marvel. I'm cool with one-liners, but I don't need everybody in the crew cracking one-liners. Aquaman was kind of decent with that. I kind of gave him a pass because he's Aqua, bro.
Yeah.
He's cool. So I'd give him that. Like the whole lasso of truth part. I thought it was hilarious.
I actually didn't like that. One of the dumbest scenes.
I thought it was funny.
I did like how they didn't talk about the boom tubes, which I believe is what what was the bad guy's name?
Who, Steppenwolf?
Yeah, Steppenwolf. How he was going around, they were using boom tubes. I believe that's the
portals?
Yeah, the portals. They're boom tubes. It's from Darkseid's planet. That's how they travel from world to world.
Okay.
So he was using boom tubes to go where he wanted and go back. And I liked how they didn't call them boom tubes. I like how they just had it happen. The one thing I didn't like was when the first time the lasso of truth is used, she lassos the guy, and then as she asks him a question, he doesn't answer, and then she says, "This is the lasso of truth. It compels you to tell me the truth." It's just like, why do you need to tell him that?
Yeah, does that activate it?
That's not important. If you need to say that, then how was Aquaman saying all this stuff? You don't need to say that. That's just pandering to people who don't know anything about about Wonder Woman.
I caught that too.
If anything, leave it out and make people eager about what her powers actually are. Make them go to the comics. Make them go to the show, the Justice League shows, the Wonder Woman shows, everything. Because that is where you learn everything. That is where they actually have a story for every single power that's learned, every single piece of armor they have. You learn it all because it's there and it has to be there. But it's just like here, it just kept trying to force feed you information. It's like, I already knew this. Why are you telling me this? Most fans already know this, and you're pandering to people who aren't fans. You want to make people fans. You don't pander to those people. You pander the fans. So I was kind of annoyed by that. It's just like, there's no point in saying this line of dialogue.
Yeah.
I was thinking they were going to remove it in the Snyder Cut, and I was like, Snyder, you're just as dumb as Josh Whedon. You left that in there. But I did love that bank robbery scene. The Snyder Cut. I liked it in both.
Are we gonna talk about just both of them when we're talking about something?
Yeah. Well, then technically you have to talk to. Okay. Let's start from the beginning then.
I know. I just wanted to know because I was gonna bring up Let's bring up Steppenwolf.
Well, let's start from the very beginning, I guess.
All right.
The very beginning. Josh Whedon beginning. What'd you think?
Bro. It was like, hold on. It was like, hold on. It was like,
oh my gosh, it was so bad.
It was like his face was just like curled up, like, yeah. It was horrible.
I love being a hero.
Yeah.
I'm Superman.
What's your favorite?
It means hope.
What's your favorite part about Earth? I'm just like, stop. I'm like, you know what? Give me the Snyder cut of the slow motion for 20 minutes opening of Batman versus Superman.
I actually like that one because honestly, with the Josh Whedon version, I had no clue where it took place. I assumed it happened after Doomsday, but you don't know exactly when after Doomsday. Was it a week? I mean, was it a year? No.
It had to be before because remember he died during that Doomsday.
Yeah.
But
I mean, after Doomsday. How far after Doomsday did Josh Whedon's version take place?
Oh yeah,
I had no clue.
I don't remember
because I assumed it's just like it was Superman. He's a huge deal. They could be flying those flags for years.
That's true.
It could be years later.
Did they say that in the Snyder Cut?
The Snyder Cut, everything was still destroyed. The Superman monument, everything was still destroyed. So technically, it was basically a week. I assume a week after the fact, because there was also the pregnancy test Lois Lane had in her drawer, and she wasn't showing.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah. So that was real.
Yeah.
Really right after.
Real soon.
Yeah.
So it's just like one of those things. It's just like I preferred that because the way it started, it really bled into. Oh, I think it was the Amazons. The Amazon said it woke up a week previously, and it hasn't moved since.
Okay.
It was their line of dialogue that's because basically the Queen returns to see the crack in the
mother
box.
Mother.
She asked about it. Yeah, I hated hearing that mother all the time. That was in the Josh Whedon version.
That was
mainly.
the Josh Whedon.
Oh my gosh, Steppenwolf kept talking to Mother all the time.
Mother can hear. Dude, Steppenwolf was trash in the Josh Whedon version.
Yep.
One, I didn't like. Okay, because they changed his look. Because they said, "Oh yeah, it's too scary," so they gave us that. Yeah, I love Snyder's Steppenwolf.
I didn't think he looked scary. I thought
he looked awesome.
Yeah, he looked tough. In the same time, he looked very sparkly for Twilight fans. Because he just glistened. He literally just glistened.
You talking about the Snyder Cut?
No, the Snyder Cut. Because his armor just shone, and then the fact that his armor shifted all the time. It was always in motion. It sparkled.
Yeah.
So it was like it was both fierce and at the same time very, very Twilighty.
It still looked better than the Whedon, and even the character, because they cut out a lot of stuff. I mean, he did his thing, so you didn't get no motivation. Oh, he said he was trying to get out of exile. He said that one time, and then that was it.
And he said Darkseid one time.
Yeah, and then he just like pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like punch a person here and there, grab Mother, and then bounce. I'm like, and then how he died, the fear?
Yeah, it was one of the dumbest things. Going back to the beginning, of course. The Amazonians. In the Josh Whedon version, they have to break down the pillars so the doors would fall shut. If you remember, that temple has a giant skylight. They're talking as if all the Amazonians left inside are all going to die. They all have lassos. They can all leap large buildings in a single bound.
Yeah.
They could have jumped out of that skylight. So just them crushing it made no sense. But what happened in the Snyder Cut? The entire temple fell into the ocean. That instantly I was like, okay, now they're all going to die. That makes sense.
And that whole fight though with Steppenwolf versus the Amazon.
And much better.
Yeah, in the Snyder Cut. Oh my God. I noticed something in the Whedon version when they're all like ganging up on while he's trying to grab, and the Whedon Mother, while he's trying to grab Mother, the Queen lassos it, takes it, and he's like, yes. I'm just like, why are you saying yes? She took it, and then they changed that to in the next one. No, I'm like, yeah, that's the right response. Yeah. Why are you saying yes, homie? She took your mom's. Why are you saying yes? I don't know. It was just something stupid. Like, but Yes, in the Snyder Cut, bro, he was going through them, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, I love that. They were all clinging to him. Basically how the fear creatures, crap, I forgot their name. I just saw it. But yeah, you know, the demon.
I was about to call them tooth fairies.
Yeah, basically. How they were all clinging to him at the very end of the Joss Whedon version. Basically, that's what the Amazonians were doing to him while he was trying to grab the mother box.
Yeah.
They were clasping on him the entire time, but he still was able to get away. He was able to escape. He just showed how much power he had. And I love that. The fact that he massacred many of them almost single-handedly. Sure. Oh, parademons. Parademons.
I knew it was something demon.
Yeah, because I said demon, and I was like, huh.
You know what's funny? I said that, so I was like, parademon. I said that like softly. I'm like, it could be no parademon, but yeah. Steppenwolf was a beast in this one. Yeah. I'm like, he went from like just a trash throwaway villain to like a villain to where, especially when he was like, you know, when he was basically, he made a mistake. You know, he you know, turned on Darkseid. He messed up, and they, you know, cast him away, and he wants to be back. So him getting the mother box is him trying to get his way back home. So I'm just like,
to get back into the family.
Yeah, so I'm just like, you know what? Damn, bro, I feel for you.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for him a little bit.
Anyone who knows DC Comics, Darkseid's family isn't exactly blood. It's just people who have earned the right to call themselves to be Darkseid's family.
Like Dominic Toretto. Yeah. Everybody's, you know, like, come on, man. I'm pretty sure John Cena is going to get back into the family in the next movie.
Yeah, it's basically he would kill anyone who hurt his family as long as they're a part of his family. But if they're not, he doesn't care. So Steppenwolf kind of lost the right to consider himself a part of the family. Okay. So he's willing to do anything to get back into that family. But one thing I don't understand is with the Snyder Cut, apparently Darkseid had gone to Earth looking for the anti-life equation, knew it was there, lost the only 3 mother boxes there, and Steppenwolf went to Earth to get the mother boxes and accidentally found out that the anti-life equation was there. Basically, told Darkseid, but Darkseid already knew he went to the planet with the anti-life equation and took the mother boxes there. That's where he lost. That's where he left the mother boxes. That's where they're obviously sitting, and that's where his end goal is. Why did he never return? How did he lose them if everyone knows that the mother boxes are on Earth? Steppenwolf went there just for the mother boxes. So it made sense in Joss Whedon's version when there are many other mother boxes. But no, there are only 3 in the Snyder Cut. And they're all on Earth. Darkseid's the one who left them there because he was looking for the anti-life equation. He's the one that left them there looking for his ultimate goal. He knew that planet had the ultimate goal. He knew that planet is the only one that fought him off. Why did he never return? And how did he lose it? How did he lose that planet? And this is the Snyder Cut. It made no sense to me. I was thinking that the entire time. It was just like he went there. He fought on Earth. He lost on Earth. He went back to his home and never returned to where his life objective is? Really? Am I boring you?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Bro, that was, man, like I was dozing off for real.
But seriously, it just made no sense.
I honestly didn't even notice that. I didn't even think about that.
Because I was confused. It was just like, that's his ultimate goal in life. It literally is. Lex Luthor, and if anyone watched Justice League, Lex Luthor is actually the one who defeated Darkseid. Yeah.
When?
You have to watch Justice League, dude.
Oh, like the cartoon?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm about to say that didn't happen in the movie.
Greatest series. That's basically one of the famous Superman dialogues of where he's when he's fighting Darkseid. He's basically talking about how he feels like he's fighting in a world made of cardboard. Everything he does, every action he takes.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah,
it is one of the most goosebumps type of speeches because you can tell immediately what type of powerful God is living among humans. He destroys everyone so easily, and he cares so much that he tiptoes around everything. He could have destroyed it, and it's basically Lex Luthor because Darkseid is such a great villain that it's Lex Luthor that has to actually pull the trigger. He's the one that finds out the anti-life equation. He's the one that sacrifices himself to get rid of Darkseid.
Okay, that's the cartoon, bro. We're talking about the movie.
Technically, that's the comics too.
Okay, but we're talking about the movie, bro. Yeah. We're talking about this.
But that's
this 4 hour, 6 hour movie.
But that's the thing. That's kind of where the movie's going into.
You're
well, that's the thing.
Talking about the movie or the universe?
The universe, because it's
Highly doubt that.
Well, that's the thing. They're not going to go anywhere. The one excuse they have is they have Flash. If they keep the same Flash, they can rewrite the history as many times as they want.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because with the Flashpoint paradox, they could
the what?
Flashpoint paradox.
Okay.
They could easily reset everything.
Yeah.
Easily. And I'm pretty sure they'll do that a few times.
Well,
Because,
to get rid of that crappy Batman versus Superman that won in 84.
well, because if you think about it, the Flash has already gone back in time since BVS when he went to talk to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Gave Bruce Wayne visions. So now Bruce Wayne has visions of the future, of that Barry Allen's future. But Barry Allen has already altered that future. Will that future ever come to pass? Because they already know to keep an eye on Lois Lane. They've already hinted at that.
Yeah.
So it's probably already been rewritten. When he was running back in time in the Snyder Cut in order to project Victor Stone, Cyborg, into the mother boxes to separate them, he basically gets visions. Even Cyborg had visions when he was basically fusing with the Kryptonian ship. It was giving him visions of the future, what was to pass if they were to resurrect Superman, the possibilities. So technically, time has already been rewritten because all these people know what's going to come to pass, unless it's the paycheck paradox, where because you know what's going to happen. I kept thinking paycheck over and over because it was time. It's like, because you know what's going to happen, you're going to end up causing it to happen.
I ain't gonna lie, that movie was funny because at the end, Homeboy sitting there looking at his future, and all he sees is like, ah! And he turns around and blows up, and he's like, ah! Like, you just did the same thing.
Yep.
I love that scene. It's like, bro, you just saw it. Don't do the same thing.
Yeah, it was funny because I was thinking paycheck when I was, because
great movie.
It was Victor Stone did a hologram in front of Bruce Wayne, and I was thinking, he's the one that invented that product, holograms.
Yeah.
So I found that funny.
All right, back to the movie.
You really that tired?
Bro, I don't know. I really haven't gotten no sleep. I went to sleep at like 5 o'clock. Woke up at 9.
Yeah. But I enjoyed the Flash. I did enjoy the Iris scene. I kind of wish they did more with that.
Oh, she was hot.
Yeah, I like Iris. I've always liked Iris.
I love how when he's sitting there and like kind of like just looking at her, he sees the hot dog and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, takes it away.
But
combs her hair.
But let's be real though, man. Any real person, if they got into an accident, it wouldn't have been no.
Yeah.
Her face. Her face would have been like, oh. But
yeah, they made her look as pretty as possible.
Right. She looks good. Have you seen? Oh, you should see her on IG.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm like, bruh, that's who you going for, bruh. But I like this intro a lot better than the intro at the prison. I mean, it's. But then again, though, both intros are actually good. Though. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. Both intros are good.
Well, the benefit of this one is it kind of showed you his situation.
Mm-hmm.
It showed you his powers. It kind of introduced you to everything without having to just have him talk to his father.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the scene. It was funny
because it's not like she's gonna show up again. She's gonna show up in like the Flash movie, which is they said is gonna come out on November 22nd next year.
Postponing that for years.
Next year, but we're gonna see exactly. But it's not even like she's gonna show up again in this movie. So while I do like this his introduction better in this one, the first one was actually good too. Yeah. So you could have used either one.
Yeah, sometimes less is more, because now we're wondering about Iris and his relationship with her, but it's not a Barry Allen movie.
Yeah.
And his introduction with his father is important.
I feel like a lot of, especially in the Snyder Cut, a lot of the extra scenes that are fleshing out the characters are more setting up for their own movies, especially like Aquaman. It's like, you know, take your mother's trident, like go talk to your brother and all that, like take your place. This was basically setting up for the Aquaman movie, which they barely did that in the Whedon version.
Well, even when Barry Allen is running at full speed at the very end, he literally blips through time. You can see him as he's running. He basically does the time machine.
So that
Back
is
to the Future.
So that is what he was doing. He was going back in time.
Yep, that's the Flashpoint. He's gonna go back to save his father, and then he's gonna come and run into Reverse Flash. He's gonna run into all this situation.
They need to get this universe together, bro.
That's where he was going.
I want this movie, bro. Because especially after I love the Snyder Cut.
Well, because that's one thing. It was just like the terrible movie BVS is what led into this, because the way this movie starts is literally an add-on, literally right after BVS.
Yeah.
So it's like they planned so many movies that honestly should have had their own movie. Batman's story should have been a standalone. Wonder Woman's story should have been a standalone. Superman's story should have been a standalone. Then they fight.
It's like, dude,
as they cross paths.
We've gotten a Wonder Woman 2 before we had a Man of Steel 2.
Well, they're never going to do a Man of Steel 2.
It's stupid, though. Because, I mean, I know you don't like it, but Man of Steel actually was a good movie, or at least a decent movie.
I'm really not a fan of Zack Snyder's style.
Oh, people
storytelling.
Storytelling. No, I like his shots and everything.
His visuals.
The slow motion needs to go because, oh my God, that scene with Aquaman on the pier.
Yeah.
That was so unnecessary. I'm like, bro, you sitting here for like a good minute just watching him walk down the pier
slow mo.
I'm like, dude, can I at least I like the Whedon version. It was quicker and it had cooler music.
Yeah.
This one, I'm just like, bro, hurry up.
One thing I gotta say though, I don't like how Zack Snyder's trying to pull a Quentin Tarantino. Did you notice the songs didn't really match up to the settings?
Yes.
I was like, there is no director other than Quentin Tarantino who can get away with this.
I've caught that a lot.
It was
that song on the pier.
Yep.
It didn't seem right. But the song in Whedon's version, I'm like, I like that better.
Yeah, because it was just set to actually fit the setting.
Mm-hmm.
He was literally trying to pull a Quentin Tarantino in these scenes, trying to do a sound piece that doesn't even fit.
Yeah.
Like, heck, you'll hear rap in a Western for Quentin Tarantino, or you'll hear, like, 50s music in a very modern movie, and it's just like, yeah, they mix and match very well because he has the pacing, he has the timing, he has the tone. Zack Snyder, you're more of an artist, a cinematographer than anything.
Yeah,
I would not call you a director. I am sorry. You have beautiful visuals. That is it.
No, honestly, it's true. It's true.
Because I love the visuals.
I mean,
he does.
300. That was like the visuals and all that. It's like the best part of the movie. Like everybody always talks about the visual, the slow motion. This is the thing. He's been using slow motion too much. Like in movies like 300, the slow motion was cool. This, I'm just like, bro, like, stop.
Because it's basically he started it with 300.
I mean, with the Flash though, it's of course you need slow motion for the Flash.
Well, that's one thing I had is not only was it slow motion with everyone else with the Flash, but like that one scene where he's running, staring at Superman. They're both in slow motion.
I love that scene though.
It was like, I did not like that. It was just like, why are you all moving in slow motion? Not only is the Flash, not only is everyone else moving in slow motion, but Barry Allen is running in slow motion while everyone is frozen.
Mm-hmm.
He's running in slow motion. Why? He's supposed to be going very fast. I mean, it made sense in order to notice Superman lock eyes with him, for that moment, for it to slow down and him be like, oh my gosh, this is about to go crazy. But no, they're moving in slow motion as they're fighting.
It's like they're moving at the same pace.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
No, they were moving in slow motion. Like, not only because they would have been moving at the same pace. Like, literally, it would have looked as if they were moving normally. Yeah. But no, they were moving slow. Like, when Superman would punch, it's like me literally doing this. And then the stone would break as the Flash would push away.
Yeah.
It was all done in slow motion. It was just like, he's the Flash. This should be going at real time for us, so we feel as if we're joining them, not going faster than them.
So you're saying while they're going in slow motion, the Flash should be like just running straight or something?
Yeah, running normal.
Yeah,
but no, not only that, where they were running in slow motion too.
Yeah.
So everyone else was frozen as they were running in slow motion.
But still, though, that's still the scene where Superman just like...
Yeah,
I was like,
I like that. I like that because Superman is fast.
That was great.
I did like how they removed a ton of Joss Whedon's scenes for the final fight.
He didn't, because he didn't.
The Flash.
Snyder didn't use no scenes from Whedon's.
Yep, they did not use any of the townspeople living in a radioactive waste dump.
Yeah,
they didn't use any of those.
I hated that.
The Flash was not competing with Superman. There was none of that crap. There was no girl grabbing the bug spray for no apparent reason.
No, this is my favorite part though. When Superman shows up and start beating up Steppenwolf, here go Batman. I was like, bruh, y'all done y'all done nerfed Batman. They nerfed him.
Yeah.
Batman got soft.
Because he was always making jokes about how he doesn't really bring enough to the table. Mm-hmm. I only got a gun. Just like things like that. But I got to give respect to Snyder too, because every time the grappling hook is used, there is something around for him to use it on. It's not like airport fight scene where Spider-Man is shooting webs up into the middle of nowhere, swinging everywhere, and it's just like, dude, there's nothing above you. Are there planes flying over that you're shooting these webs onto?
Why'd you say that? Because now every time I watch that scene, I'm going to be thinking
It's
about
one of the
that.
dumbest things. I remember watching that. It's just like, how are you doing this? This is an airport. Literally nothing's allowed to be higher than a certain point.
That is so
except
true.
the watchtower.
Because, I mean, he's legit.
Yep. If this was
Because
New
they
York,
brought that up in the Homecoming where he was like swinging, and then all of a sudden, like, all the trees were going, so he had to run.
mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Hey.
It's just like,
Or the earpieces.
Yeah.
It's like the Iron Man, like, you get an earpiece, you get an earpiece, you get an earpiece, and here's your punk ass earpiece. Like, come on.
yeah, that's also one thing I wish that they actually shouted, because there's one scene in the Snyder Cut where Aquaman, it might have been in Josh Whedon as well, where Aquaman is sitting on the Batmobile as Batman's driving, and he basically says, "You're crazy," and then Batman basically says it in a normal tone back over roaring vehicles, roaring explosions, and I was like, how is Aquaman supposed to hear this?
He got super hearing.
No, he does not.
He got super hearing.
In the ocean, he does.
He has some water in his ear that makes the super hearing.
Oh my gosh! If he has water in his ears, he's got an affected ear.
No, that's Aquaman. He's good. That's just what. My man. I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah, because honestly,
My man.
when I first heard about him being it, I was like, you know what? Arthur Curry's supposed to have blonde hair,
Yeah.
goatee,
But
I don't think it's gonna work.
Jason Momoa is just awesome, bro.
But honestly, why was it he was in the ocean saving a guy on the ship wearing a tank top? He saves the guy, drops him off at a bar, grabs the bottle of alcohol. As he's walking off the pier, he takes off his shirt. He was obviously in the ocean with his shirt on. Why would he take it off after the fact? Does he just always throw away his clothes?
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, so in the scene where Batman meets Aquaman, bro, you can't tell me that shot looked so horrible when he's in the water.
Oh yeah,
and then you're crazy, Bruce Wayne. When he jumps in the water, I'm like, huh?
Yeah, the whole.
Yeah.
It's like
I was like, what?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, that's why I'm glad in the Snyder Cut it was just him looking at it, and all of a sudden you hear like all the townspeople singing, and then he turns around and he disappears. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, he pulled a Batman.
Thank you. That was so much better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing.
So dumb.
I was like, what was he trying to do?
I don't like. Was he just like kind of like make a
mean,
hoe? If
he was trying to raise the water, that would have worked. But he didn't raise the water or anything.
He did just nothing, bro. He just
waved his hands and then jumped back.
You didn't have to do all that,
jump
bro.
Back.
You could have just doop.
And the jump back looks so weird.
Yeah.
Just like,
It was just dumb. One more time. This is in my way, so I gotta just do this.
Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta say the why would they remove the water to talk underwater?
I was wondering that too. So in Aquaman,
because that seems to be a lot of power.
Because in Aquaman, I don't think they did that. When they talk, it just sounds like like you're talking like
a waterlogged.
Yes, that's what it sounds like in the entire movie when they're talking underwater. But in this one, it's like they, and then you could just talk normal. I'm just like, why do y'all need that? And this is y'all home.
Yeah, they all live under the water. They should be able to talk under the water like they do in the comics. It was like, why? Just to make it sound better? But the thing is, if you think about it, that is an immense amount of power. If every single Atlantean can manipulate water like that, especially at that depth, that is insane strength, insane power. It doesn't make any sense. Because depending on the depth of the ocean, that's the pressure of the water. That's how much weight they're actually able to move. With their mind, basically. Because they're not actually doing anything. It just moved around them. And what was with the Amber Heard character sucking blood out of Steppenwolf?
I refer to her as that bitch Amber Heard, like I did in my review. Yeah, that bitch Amber Heard. Hey, I thought that was cool though. He's like, oh yeah, look at you, like bitch.
She a real big bee.
That was. Fuck her. She can eat a dick. By the way, you saw her accent changed in both versions. Like, what was that about? Like,
but that's one thing. Did she do blood bending or something?
Yeah, like
I didn't understand. Does she have the power to absorb the water out of people's bodies?
that's what I thought she was doing. That's what it looked like she was doing.
Because that
looked painful too.
Yeah, because not only can they create bubbles of oxygen around in the middle of the ocean, they can remove water from bodies. Did they not even plan out what their powers would be? Because this is just ridiculous. They're supposed to basically be a little bit stronger, be able to swim through the ocean, breathe in the ocean, fight, basically be more coordinated because they fight through the water all the time. That's basically they're more of a military kind of race. But when did bloodbending become a part of their entire culture?
I don't know, but Steppenwolf was giving them the business too.
Yeah,
he was. I love Steppenwolf in this movie.
I gotta say that I was complaining about it, but the fact that they were actually able to create pockets of oxygen made the fights pretty cool. Like he would be leaping through the water, and then a pocket of oxygen would be opened up around him, and he'd fall all the way to the base.
Damn, I don't even remember that.
I did think that was cool, but it just.
Hey, I love Willem Dafoe's hair in this movie though. I loved it.
Crazy.
I kept looking at him like, bro, why does his hair look great?
Yeah, and I like how he was the one to bring the trident to Aquaman. And
you should watch Aquaman. You should watch Aquaman.
I will eventually.
It was good. I enjoy it more than the Snyder because it's a fun movie. Jason Momoa is awesome. Hey, you know what was mad? They should. I was hoping that they kill that bitch Amber Heard. Like, kill her in this movie. Kill her.
Well, she's not coming back for another one. They're just gonna replace her. So.
And I forgot you couldn't kill her because she's in Aquaman. This is before Aquaman.
Yeah. Well, sure you could. You could easily replace her. Yeah. I mean, with the Flashpoint.
This movie's not even canon.
Yeah. Everything's in its own pocket universe. Everything, because everything's gonna be rewritten as soon as the
because
Flashpoint
even like Aquaman and like the other stuff, they barely even mention like Justice League or Batman v Superman.
Everything's going to end up taking place in its own pocket dimension. Of course it will. It's basically going to be all over again. Just like with... it's what's funny. That's basically what Marvel is trying to do now. After they finish their main arc, they're trying to do little pocket storylines here and there. I mean, Loki's basically going to be its own pocket universe.
Yeah.
They're going to have the what if story basically be its own pocket universe.
Well, it's just like cartoons and all that.
Yeah, but still...
I don't think that's going to be canon. Yeah, it was what if, so it's not canon.
It's just a ton of little things that are just going on that are in its own pocket universe. And here, the entire Snyder universe is its own pocket dimension, which can easily be considered canon while not canon. Yeah. Because the benefit of having Flash and being able to rewrite time is everything is canon but not canon.
Bro, that's just... It's funny, bro. I was wide awake, and then you just kept saying canon, not canon. You were confusing me and you're putting me asleep because I'm just like, bro, this is so confusing.
You always go to sleep.
I know, bro. I got off work, bro.
You're a lazy dude.
Nigga, I got a job. Screw you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to, because that's the thing. We keep jumping to like random scenes in both movies. Because I'm
trying to think of one.
Yeah, I did enjoy the.
Oh my god! Sorry, go ahead.
I did enjoy the heist, the bombing scene at the very beginning. The Snyder's version I enjoyed much more, but Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
The freaking Gladiator music.
I was about to say that.
Every single time she shows her face,
and it's like and it's not even an exaggeration. Like, it's to the point where if you go on TikTok, they now have a trend to where everybody just does something and play the Wonder Woman new Wonder Woman theme. Every time she does, she stands up. I'm like, bro, it's more annoying than the.
Yeah, I actually preferred that one. Yeah, that's the thing is it starts out with the. It's just like, what the heck?
Yeah, bro. I was like, come on, Snyder, really? Stop with the slow-mo and stop with that thing. Like,
yeah, it's just
give
like
Batman a cool theme or something. Damn.
But it's not even a cool theme.
It's not. Yeah.
They're trashy themes. They apparently does not know how to get someone to. I think it was Elfman who actually made the
Danny Elfman.
Yeah. Like,
yes.
Trash, dude.
It is Danny Elfman.
Trash. I was like, come on. Everyone complained about it in VVS that you had to add the at the beginning. No. Just no.
Yo, I hate that we get more Lois Lane in this movie. I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan. I never cared for Lois Lane, and it just makes it more boring.
I've never cared for her, but the thing is, in the Joss Whedon version, was it just me, or did she look older and fatter?
I don't even remember.
To me, she looked overweight and very aged.
I don't know. I don't remember. I was still a banger, but
I remember I was like, wow. I guess it might have just been the angles that it was shot at, because there were a lot of low angles in most of the scenes and a few close-ups and like wrinkles along the eyes. I was thinking that maybe this was taken years later and they added a ton of makeup and stuff on her to make her look different.
You sure you wasn't talking about Diane Lane? Okay.
No. This was Lois Lane. And I was like, what the heck? This just doesn't look weird. But when they went to the Snyder Cut, it's just like, this was shot a few years later and some of those scenes were added in. She looks better. She does look better, but I did not care for her.
I'm about to look at that again, but yeah, I never care. Okay.
The one scene that was basically supposed to be there was like the pregnancy test scene, that the fact that was there is supposed to let you know that the reason why Superman goes crazy is when Lois dies, the sun, everything kind of falls apart for him.
Yeah.
His entire world falls apart. So it's leading into that. So it's like, okay, that served a purpose, but the Martian Manhunter talking to...
I thought that scene was lame. Because you didn't have to, because they had he was appearing as Martha Kent, and then after he gets done talking to her, he goes outside, his eyes glow, and then he goes from Martha Kent to Martian Manhunter to the general guy or whatever. And what was stupid was, why not just go from Martha Kent to the general guy? Boom. You don't need to go, through all three, and then at the end, then show up as your original form.
Not only that, it's just one of those things that it's pandering. They're pandering to the people who aren't fans, who don't know the world. Because you didn't know who Martian Manhunter was.
I've always,
you've known, but the thing is, if you saw Lois Lane, her eyes turn red, and then he transformed into something else, you would have been thinking like a Mystique-like character. Yeah. So you would have looked it up. You would have looked it up, and then it's like the nerds on the forums basically talking about how excited they are to see Martian Manhunter appear as Lois Lane and transform into the General.
Because you didn't even need Martian Manhunter to come up at the end. You could have just did that and kept that open, because then fans know that's Martian Manhunter. But then people well, I'm not gonna say me, because I always Google information. I watch this cartoon, but people that don't know this like, okay, who was that? Why did this person turn into that? Then they're really going to start going into the lore and everything. Yeah. You didn't need Martian Manhunter to show up again at the end.
I mean, that's how you create fans. You give them little pieces of things that it's just like, I'm confused by this. And then they'll look it up. Or the people who don't think it's important enough, they just go, oh, it just seems like it wasn't a mistake, but it's just like they don't know. Yeah. So when they're bet by someone who knows the story, basically bets them the Martian Manhunter was in the Justice League movie, and they go, no, you basically show them that scene, and you just have fun with it. You make the fans have fun with something. I did not like how it was just like, why did he transform into the terrible CGI Martian Manhunter? Why?
Oh, yeah, that CGI wasn't in it.
Yeah, and the fact that he came to see Bruce Wayne at the very end served no purpose. Really didn't. I mean, it'd be basically like having Ryan Reynolds show up in his Green Lantern costume, which I would have rather preferred.
You know what's funny? Remember we said let's start from the beginning, but now we're at the end.
I know. Well, we're jumping around. I wanted to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's just like the whole thing isn't really in order. But one of the things I wanted to mention was Josh Whedon's really felt like Thor 2.
Bro, I hate this chair, bro. I keep slipping, bro. Damn, bro. I was like this. Oh.
Was it just me, or did Josh Whedon's version feel like Thor 2?
You know what's funny? I actually brought that up in my review. Yeah. Because it felt like Thor. There we go. Yeah. It felt, because Thor 2 was trash.
Yeah, it really felt like Thor 2, because you have the race that's extinct, that's returned to hunt, to destroy the Earth. It's just got a lot of the same beats. And it's just like, I didn't care for Thor 2. Most people didn't like Thor 2, and here this movie feels exactly like Thor 2.
Sometimes
also the same rundown narrative history.
Yeah. Sometimes I see a movie and the first time I'm like, yo, that movie was good. And then I have to sit down and like think about oh, part was good. Oh crap, the movie sucked. Yeah. But like Josh Whedon's version was so rushed. Everything in that movie was just rushed to where it just like it's whatever. It was still enjoyable.
Well, it was completely jokeable because everyone made jokes about the CGI and the
yeah, but it was still enjoyable because you had Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad. But this one again, the movie's extremely long. I feel like they could have cut some stuff out, but you get more backstory, you get more time with the character. The Flash
less slow mo.
Yeah, because it's a longer movie. Yeah. But like the Flash doesn't show up until like an hour and 10 minutes. Yep. But even then, like Question: were you bored during the Snyder Cut?
Not really.
It's a 4-hour movie, and I didn't get bored either.
But that's the problem with Zack Snyder. I was thinking, if he was to create this movie, they wouldn't allow this length in theaters.
No.
They would have edited out an hour and 30 minutes, if that even.
Hey, bro, you sure you didn't watch my review before doing this?
No.
Because I swear, bro, I said the same stuff.
Because if they edited out all this stuff, it would be another crap movie just like BVS.
Mm-hmm. Because this movie would have flopped. Because, I mean, let's be real, a 4-hour movie, like when Wolf of Wall Street came out, 3-hour movie, that only had like maybe 3 showtimes. A 4-hour movie, bruh, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
This movie would bomb because of how long it is.
Yeah.
So they would have had to, like, no homo. So you would have had to cut out, like you said, they would have had to cut out a lot of scenes, and then we're back to it being the Josh Whedon movie, and then boom, a Snyder Cut comes out anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just like, I enjoyed it more than the BVS extended because not only did it add more to the story, it added more to the action, which is why you want an extended version. Thank you, Lord of the Rings, for starting that trend. It's just like one of those things that where the fans call for something, they give it to us. I do respect the fact that they finally gave him his movie.
Yeah.
Because they did him wrong giving it to the trash director, Josh Whedon. I'm not going to lie.
Hey. The Avengers, bro. The first Avengers.
But that was set up for him by Jon Favreau. Let's give Jon Favreau the credit for all of the Avengers. He started that whole thing up. Thank you, Happy. You did a great job there.
Hold on. What else has Josh Whedon done?
The Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, he did that with what's that other movie? The Firefly?
Firefly, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did do that, yeah. Two things that I didn't watch.
But that's the funny thing is just like Firefly is literally Cowboy Bebop, which he ripped off of.
Yeah, I heard of that.
It's just like, but it's still enjoyable.
I still need to check that out because I like Nathan. Was it Fillion?
Yeah. He has a curse where he can only ever get one season out, except the Rookie, apparently. He's broken that curse.
Bro, I've never heard that. That is great.
He's the one that said that.
Okay.
He's the one that said he's cursed and can only ever do one season.
That sucks, bro. I'm glad The Rookie is doing something good then, because The Rookie is a good show.
Yeah. But it's just like one of those things
you should watch that too.
I really enjoyed the Snyder Cut just because it had everything. It had added the action. It added everything, and just wasn't the Josh Whedon, because Josh Whedon took some of the shots that Zack Snyder had done and really washed them out.
Yeah.
Tried to add his pop of color, and it's just like, no, the way it was shot, the way they looked like they were in cosplay.
The movie was way more colorful.
Yeah, they looked like they were in cosplay half the time.
The scene when Superman comes back, his suit looks so bright.
Yep. Yeah, his suit looks bright. When they're all standing about to fight him, they all look like they're cosplayers posing for a photo shoot. That's literally how they looked. Overly washed out, overly bright. It's like, no, this is not the way it should have been shot. Zack Snyder was shooting it a certain way, and they should have stuck with that. Mm-hmm. He should have stuck with some of the tone. Change some of the things, sure. Make it your own. But don't make it a Josh Whedon film. You can't mix those two directors. You can't. It just doesn't work. So it ended up being a flop, especially with the terrible animation that became a complete joke.
Yeah.
But the Zack Snyder cut was much better because we were able to see his entire vision in one go.
Hey, what you think about sorry, you happy that they brought Superman to use the sun for the energy and all that?
Mm-hmm. I actually like that he was using his solar suit.
Oh, so the black suit is solar suit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps him absorb the solar rays much quicker and easier.
Why? Okay, so clearly all they did was I'm guessing they just CGI like the color, changed the color, or was that an entirely new suit?
Well, that's supposed to be a suit, an actual suit.
So they didn't like just CGI, it was like an actual suit?
Yeah.
Okay,
because remember, most of him is CGI. The cape, he doesn't actually have a cape on his suit most of the time when he's shooting. That's animated in after the fact. Most of it's all done afterwards. I mean,
because I was saying, like, why can't you just have that suit in the Whedon version?
Yeah.
Like,
well, remember they changed everything
else.
They changed the Cyborg's look. They changed a ton of stuff, which I think worked.
Hey,
Cyborg looked much cooler.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I love Cyborg. What's with
what?
Every time Flash runs, it's.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
Or when he would go into super speed, he would do like a yoga or a karate move. Just like,
hold on.
Really?
Here, oh shit. This is why I can't do it here.
Yeah, just like, okay, I don't know what you're doing here, but sure, why not?
Hey, I do love when
because the first thing I thought was Jesse Eisenberg telling him to limber up.
Hey,
rule number 3: limber up. Zombieland.
Well, what do you say? What cardio for me is 28 cardiovascular.
Yeah.
What do you say? I like to avoid name brands. Perishables. I love Zombieland 2 was good too.
Yeah, but it's just like
he has the commandments.
I love the Flash, but it's just as few of the moves he was doing, and the Speed Force that followed him. I didn't like the fact that it was lightning being blasted everywhere. I kind of had issues with that. Lightning. I mean, I understand that he's going very fast. He can create shockwaves, things like that. But the fact that the second he would enter the Speed Force, lightning bolts would appear around him.
Yeah.
Does anyone get hurt?
Bro, I was wondering the same thing. And plus, with the lightning, it's like, wouldn't he be? I don't know.
Because you would think people would.
You know what's funny? He's so fast, but homie, the parademon still shot him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
It planned out exactly where he was, and just like.
It really did. I'm like, bro. But I love how Batman I love how Batman was taking their weapons, using them. I'm just like, oh my god, bro, you so have no superpowers.
Yeah, he was taking advantage of the situation.
I
it was
love
everything of theirs.
I love that. Like the fact that Batman's just a nigga in a suit, and you have this. Oh, speaking of that, in the Whedon version, oh my god, he is incredibly tall.
Yeah,
I was like, did he really just say that? Stop being funny, but that was funny.
But I do like how they didn't. The Josh Whedon version, what they did with the Flash when they first came into conflict, he was like, "I've never done anything. I've never been a hero. I can't help people. I can't fight." It was like, what? You're a hero. You save people. It's just save people. But I've actually found it funny in the Snyder Cut, because he is running up and down the stairs in light speed as everyone else is hobbling up the steps. He's not grabbing anyone and picking them up. So he's just running back and forth the entire time.
That was only in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
right?
that was in the Snyder Cut. I was actually finding that funnier than him going in and grabbing everyone one at a time.
Okay, so they did change that up. There we go.
They changed that up.
I did like that, bro, because he's like, come on, a little quicker.
Yeah.
Bruh, we don't have powers like you.
He's the fastest man alive, and here he is just watching everyone else hobble up the stairs. It was funny to see because it was something the Flash would do. He just didn't want to touch anyone.
And I love the final fight with Steppenwolf versus the entire Justice League.
Yeah.
Again, Steppenwolf putting in that damn Steppenwolf putting in that work, bro. He was going in.
Yeah, but one thing because I was thinking when Justice League's version was going to come out, Darkseid was going to be the real villain because they made it look like that.
Yeah.
But what's funny is if you actually look at the shot for shot, they removed Steppenwolf from some of the scenes and just animated Darkseid.
Oh yeah, because in the Whedon version, it's Steppenwolf
who
that goes
originally
down there.
came to attack the.
Shit, my bad, bro. Did I kick him in the nuts?
I don't know. It was Whedon that it was Steppenwolf that originally came to attack Earth and lost the mother boxes there and had finally returned 5,000 years later.
I love that when he kills one of the Green Lanterns, the ring is getting ready to go to him. Darkseid.
No, it stops and he was gonna reach for it, and then it just zips away.
I love that. Like imagine if he did use that, it'd have been a wrap.
Yeah, just take that and turn it into the chaos power or whatever, the fear.
But
oh yeah, one thing I wanted to say when they were like, I did like the scenes of how each tribe was sealing away the stone in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
When it got to the humans burying the stone or the mother box, I could only think of Lord of the Rings. It's been 5,500 years to when the mother box fell out of all knowledge, until when chance came, it ensnared a new bearer. I started thinking of Lord of the Rings the entire time. It's the opening of the first Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring.
You really
have to watch those
You really
movies.
trying to explain this like
they
I
are
care?
the greatest movies of our generation.
The first one was so boring and trash.
They are the greatest movies of our generation.
It was trash. I'm going to check it out.
Unsubscribe because of him.
Go
to his channel and unsubscribe.
I'm sorry, I'm not a nerd.
Give a dislike on every single one of his videos. He said the Fellowship of the Ring is trash.
It was trash.
The greatest movie of our time.
I watched it and I'm just like, bruh, it's just Elijah Wood being a bitch with the ring. I don't care.
It's the greatest movie of our time. The greatest trilogy of our time.
It's only one return, and it's of the Jedi.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna check it out eventually. Whenever, I don't know when. Maybe on my death. Hell no. It's never gonna be on my death. I'm about to spend my last moments watching Lord of the Rings.
No, heck no. Warriors. Classic movies.
Yeah.
That's when you go to classic movies.
Or fuck that. I'm watching Wild Things.
Yeah, because I I do enjoy it, but it was just like that one scene. I just kept thinking Lord of the Rings the entire time when they were burying it. I'm sure other people felt the same because that same line, I was like, it's the humans that forget all of that. The elves remembered, so if you think about it, the Amazonians remembered, the Atlanteans remembered because they kept watch over theirs. The elves in the Lord of the Rings had their rings still. The dwarves had their rings still. So they remembered the history. The humans are the only ones that forgot. So the lines still worked in my head. It was just like, the humans, again, are the only ones to forget about the great wars of the past. They're the only ones to not remember that stuff. So my mind went to Lord of the Rings the first second they were burying it in their medieval cosplay. I was like, come on.
I like how they changed the death of Steppenwolf. Because the first one is him, like, the fear, so the parademons.
He gets eaten by the parademons.
I was like, what? That's so... What movie does it remind me? That reminds me of some animated movie.
It reminds me of It.
No, it reminds me of another animated movie.
I don't fear you anymore.
Yeah, that was dumb. You're just an old woman. You're a clown. You're a dildo. Mm-mm.
You know the redhead would take it.
Right, right.
The one who slept with every single kid.
I was just about to say that.
Oh my gosh. No,
she let them run a train on her head. How old was she? What's up with Stephen King? Like,
yeah,
she's like 11.
He does a lot of children.
And it's the thing, y'all were in
stuff like that.
Y'all were in a sewer.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no condoms. Y'all in like just shit and like just dead kids. And the first thing y'all do is like smash the one little girl.
Yeah, but Josh Whedon's version was crap because of that. The fear, and the whole thing.
Why do we go into that? Why did you bring up it?
I was thinking because this is like, I'm no longer afraid of you.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, but it's just like, I did not care for it. It was one of the dumbest things because they introduced it like in the Josh Whedon version where he's hanging the guy over the edge.
Oh my God!
Just like, okay, so how did Batman figure out about this?
Yeah.
The funniest thing is, some of the scenes that Josh Whedon actually did were in the original Justice League War movie, which is animated. One of the greatest Justice League movies of all time. Why? Because you can start it, and as a fan, you instantly know everything. If you're not a fan, you grow to learn everything because they continue it on with each movie. Cyborg gets his powers during that movie. Wonder Woman is interested in leaving Themyscira and joining the world. Superman doesn't know Lois, and he actually gets together with Wonder Woman. All these little things add up. The Green Lantern and Batman actually meet up, and they had banter back and forth.
Is that the one where he steals his ring?
Yeah, he steals the Green Lantern's ring because the Green Lantern makes fun of him for being a normal human, being just a rich guy in a suit. I
need to start watching those DC. I've seen a couple of them, but I've been meaning to watch those.
That's the thing. It was just like, if you watch those and then you see the piece of crap live action movies that come out after the fact, the benefit was Marvel never really had any great animated movies that came before them.
Wolverine versus.
Yeah. I mean, you can love the X-Men animated series. You can love all the animated series that they came out with, but they were never as iconic as like the Batman animated series. The Batman Beyond. Yeah, Static Shock. Yeah, you still need to see it.
I saw one episode.
With them Bang Babies.
Bang Babies.
Yeah. They had so many iconic ones, and then also every single movie that they made. The Superman Doomsday. Like, Superman is where you go for their animated
the
movies.
Dark Knight Returns.
Mm-hmm. So many great ones. But it's just like, when you compare them to their live-action counterparts, they fall apart. Assault on Arkham. An amazing Suicide Squad movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you hire convicts, you want them to do dirty jobs. You're going to get meaty on. You want them to do dirty jobs. But no, you get them to shoot faceless villains in the Suicide Squad movie. But on Assault on Arkham, they had them assault Arkham Asylum, killing guards.
Let's not start with Suicide Squad. There's so much I can say about Suicide Squad.
Relevant to the DC, EU, Snyder, whatever.
Suicide Squad is like I said, I can't wait to do my review on Suicide Squad. Because I enjoy the opening, and that was it.
Yeah, the opening was great.
I can't
each character.
They
blew their budget on that.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Suicide Squad, the sequel, because they already got a show for the Peacemaker, John Cena, coming out January of next year. I can't wait for that. So and it's written and directed by James Gunn, so we're good on that. But
yeah, but it's just like one of those things. Just like I if you look at the animated version of each one of the DC franchises, the animated wins out. Even the animated Justice League War, it is, I think, an hour and 12 minutes long. And
I hate that they're so short. But,
but it's no homo.
No homo.
But it's still a much greater film than the Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Hold on, question though. But do you like the Zack Snyder Justice League?
Yeah. But I'll probably never watch it again. I'll watch Justice League War over this. Why? Because it's the exact same movie, just better done.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you actually like, because I know you can't. I know you don't.
Oh yeah, I hate everything.
But you like this movie though.
Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
See, I'm actually surprised. I'm actually happy that you actually like a DC movie.
Yeah, because they are all crap. They are all bad.
Yeah.
Unless they go back to like Christopher Nolan.
When
he, well, at least when he started.
Even Christopher Nolan, hell, even Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Hell, even Joe Schumacher.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Which one was his? Was his both? Was his both the Forever and Batman and Robin?
I think so.
I still watch Batman and Robin over Batman vs Superman.
Hey, I'd watch Adam West as Batman.
What do you say? You don't have that type of money. I'll borrow it from you. $4 million.
Yeah, or so the Bat card.
Never leave home without it.
Hey, you can trick to that bank account.
We should do a watch party for that,
we should
bro.
do that.
I love that movie.
Great movies.
Hold on. Everyone, chill.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is
Bro,
Mr. Freeze.
That movie was so great.
Oh.
And Uma Thurman. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Poison Ivy and
Yeah.
Bane. An actual real Bane.
Bro,
Not
they were
not
sitting there fighting with doing like the hot. Bro, how great is Batman and Robin? That movie is it's horrible, but it's great trash. Yep. See, that's what I loved about our movies back in the day. They wasn't so serious. Batman and Robin is a horrible movie, but it is so enjoyable.
Yeah, a lot of the movies back in the day were terrible, but they knew they were terrible and they had fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you try to make things more serious that they bomb, like Charlie's Angels. The Charlie's Angels back in the day were far better. Why? Because they knew they weren't doing anything realistic, that they had fun with the role. Now they're trying to make it look realistic, and anyone who has a logical head goes, yeah, that 90-pound girl will never take down that 300-pound man. That will not happen. Unless you hit him in the nards. I mean, that's not...
If she knows where to hit him.
Yeah, because it's just like
real.
They're flipping them. They're picking them up, and it's just like, that. You can't do that.
I'm sorry. Kristen Stewart is not going to be sitting there flipping... I'd allow it.
Yeah, you would allow it.
I'd allow it, but
she couldn't do it.
If we were really in a fight, I'd destroy her. I would beat her face. I would treat her like Brad Pitt did Homegirl in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
This is for breaking Edward's heart, you bitch.
Mm-hmm. Smash their faces
Right.
in.
This is for Jacob.
Or
this
Leo.
is for me.
Leo with the lady in the pool.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, can you turn this down? It's too hot.
Yeah. Can you turn the heat down?
It's a flamethrower, Rick. But yes, back to the movie.
But the animated movies are always better.
Okay. Ending scene. The extra 20 minutes after the supposed ending.
I did
nightmare.
not care for it, honestly. I was thinking Victor Stone would just listen to the tape and that was it.
Actually, hold on. I like the so I like that they used the when he replayed the tape. I like that they brought back it was supposed to be like the ending, the cutscene with Lex Luthor. I like that they had it there, but then it was different because this is supposed to lead up to Ben Affleck's Batman movie because it was supposed to be him versus Deathstroke, and I like how instead of we can do our own little Justice League,
little league.
Yeah, that was trash, but I like that this is personal. Well, I have something to make that easier. His name is Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
I love that. So I'm
I have something for you.
Ooh. So that basically means that Bruce would have been having to fight him outside of being Batman. He'd have to fight him as Bruce Wayne also. Let's be real. If they'd have done that, they would have had to.
Yep.
If not, y'all stupid. But that had me excited for a movie that's probably never going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like this
Just
movie,
like the nightmare scene.
Yeah, this movie sets up a ton of stuff that's never going to happen. Like, I was, like, in the trailer, they show the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the Joker here, and again, he serves no purpose, just like in Suicide Squad. They are doing Jared Leto wrong.
Because
he serves no purpose.
Because the entire scene is basically just about Joker giving a monologue.
Yep.
And basically the team is supposed to be him, that bitch Amber Heard, Batman, Flash, Cyborg, and Deathstroke with the cool mohawk and all that. When did he have time to get a mohawk? Like, when did he get that haircut?
Like, that's the thing. You would think people wouldn't be shaving as often, but no, he keeps it nice and neat the entire time.
But actually, it might give me a mohawk for my 30th birthday. Might as well. But yeah. So I'm just like, bro, I would love to see this. This is a strange team up. I would love to see them try and go against Superman. Hopefully, if they did do that movie, the first person that gets killed is that bitch Amber Heard. That'd be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beamer, you know what I'm saying? Beamer through her entire body. Have like, a gang of people dressed up as Captain Jack Sparrow, you know what I'm saying? Beating her, doing everything that she said Johnny Depp did to her. They're going to do that times 10. That would be great. That would probably be like the best DC movie, but
justice.
Yes, that's justice. That is justice. But we're never going to get that. So I'm sitting there watching the scene. I'm like, oh my God, Superman's here. Superman is, evil and all that. Too bad that movie's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's basically going to be the Injustice kind of
And if
situation.
it does happen, it's going to be trash.
Yeah. Well, because that's the thing. They haven't set anything in concrete. Nothing's actually settled. And if they finally get to that point, it's going to be a whole new set of actors taking the role.
Yep.
Because
Henry Cavill is about to be is probably going. Ben Affleck is going. He's only returning for Flash because they're bringing in damn near every Batman. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in Robert Pattinson. Like,
yeah. Well, that's
they better bring in George Clooney, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that's how they're rewriting the universe. Is they're bringing in every Batman in order to play the role.
Because Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I'm sure he's going to still be Thomas Wayne as that Batman.
Well, he better be that Batman because I could see him actually playing that role.
Because I saw Flashpoint, and that movie was awesome, bro. With Thomas Wayne, just shooting everybody as Batman.
Using guns, and the Joker is the mother.
That ending where he writes the note and has Barry return it to.
But that's the thing. It was like you're gonna compare it to the animated world, just like I did with Arkham Asylum, the Suicide Squad animated movie.
You have to,
because the Joker there and Batman there serve a purpose.
Yeah.
In Suicide Squad, the Joker serves no purpose, and Batman's there just to show that they went to prison. That's it.
Oh, in Suicide Squad, yeah.
But I did like how. Let's go back to Justice League. Jumping around quite a bit.
I keep forgetting that we're talking about Justice League.
They're all interconnected because they're all so bad. They all don't connect with one another, even though they try.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it goes. Oh, is it just me or did Jared Leto lose all his tattoos?
He lost the tattoos. He lost the grill. Yeah, like everything about him was totally redesigned.
Yeah, it's just like, what happened here?
See, that's how you know they're trying to really change up everything.
Yeah,
because his appearance is totally different.
Yeah, they really warped him to try and it's like, you know what? It didn't work in the Suicide Squad. Let's alter this.
Was his laugh better?
I don't think so. I didn't care for it. I compare it to Mark Hamill's and Heath Ledger's, and it's just like, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna kill me with best friends? Who's gonna give you the whole reach around?
Yeah, because honestly, Heath Ledger's ha 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 ha.
Ooh.
Yeah,
but that was more of like a sarcastic laugh, though.
Because he would always just force it, and he's just like, yeah, this dude's psychotic. You love him,
but yeah, Jared Leto's is like a serious laugh.
Yeah, and Mark Hamill is just perfect. It's just perfect because it's manic laugh. He was great for the animated voices.
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker as the Joker. I would love to see him. Honestly, in the Flashpoint, I'd love to see him play a Joker.
That would be awesome.
Just for like a scene or a cameo here and there.
Dude, you might as well. That'd be great. I know he'd do it.
Honestly, if you do Batman, what is it? The Joker Returns? Batman Beyond the Joker Returns?
Beyond,
yeah. Have Mark Hamill be the Joker. An older version of the Joker.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Everyone would love that immediately.
But they're not going to do it.
Of course not.
They're stupid.
Yeah, most people don't actually think things through.
Hey, let us shut up, because remember how Dion is when he talks about I don't want to ruin my career. Fuck Runner Brothers. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
Disney. Hey,
I say this all the time. Hire nerds to shoot these things.
Yeah.
Don't hire artists like Zack Snyder to shoot them. If you want them to do something, have them be a cinematographer. They are great at that. And it's not to write and direct.
And it's crazy because Marvel's characters, they're finally getting them back, but they're all over the place. They got with Sony, with Fox, Universal, or whatever, and their movies are still better than the company who has all of their characters.
Yep.
And y'all keep giving us Batman and Superman. Bro, stop it. There are so many other characters y'all can give us. Stop giving us the same two. You know, like
the two top tier characters are always the ones that are given. Like that's what made.
But that's why I love Marvel, because now they're just giving us a random. They
Well,
gave
they
us a tree and a raccoon.
They started with random characters.
Yeah, because Iron Man. I didn't know nothing.
Was,
I did not know Iron Man
was a B or C list character that they have turned into an A lister.
The only person
Captain America.
The only person.
Hulk.
Not even really Captain America. For me, it was Hulk. It was Spider-Man. Obviously,
Everyone knew Spider-Man.
X-Men. Yeah, stuff like from stuff I've seen on the cartoons. But Iron Man. Who? Captain America? Not really. What the hell is a Guardian?
Well,
Guardians of the Galaxy. What is that?
I know this isn't relevant to but it is relevant to DC.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I'm saying, like, y'all have so many characters. Start branching out.
Look
Stop
at the
giving us
CW.
the same stuff.
Look at the CW. They did an Arrow. Arrow was actually amazing when it first started out.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. They branched off to do The Flash. They branched off to do Supergirl. They branched off to do Batwoman, who has been replaced already.
Oh yeah, you hear that? Ruby Rose is no. Well, we know that, but it's now a different chick that's taking on her character.
Wait, what?
So
Ruby Rose is coming back?
What's her name? Kate? What's the name? Kate something?
I don't know.
It's a different actress.
The genius black chick is coming back to.
It's a different actress that's going to play Ruby Rose's character.
Oh, okay.
Character.
So they're coming back to play.
The character is Kate Kane or whatever.
Yeah, Kate Kane.
The character is there, just a different actress.
You really got to watch the show. She literally robs Bruce Wayne, steals all of his equipment, everything, and lives in his mansion because he's not there.
What?
Yep, she robs him. And it's accepted because she's a gay woman. I found that hilarious. There's an entire episode dedicated to everyone, the police in the city, not liking her because she's gay. It's 2019 when it came out. Nobody cares. It was the funniest thing. I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, they're trying to make this be a deal. It's basically like the Pop Stars. Pop Stars. You remember when he tried to make it a big deal about it's okay to be gay?
The song Equal Rights?
Yeah.
It's like,
and it backfired?
Yeah, like, you know that, like, gay marriage is legal now. Like, yeah.
That's the thing. That's what it was like in this. Watching this, it was like, gay marriage is legal and nobody cares.
Yeah.
They tried to make it a huge deal, and I found that hilarious.
That doesn't make no sense.
You gotta watch it. It's a comedy.
It's
a straight up comedy. We should actually stream it together. It is hilarious. That entire show.
I'm gonna check it out. It sounds like really stupid.
Yeah. Well, one of the greatest, stupidest, most worst rated shows of all time.
Can we get back to Justice League, please?
Yes, Justice League.
Because we done really went all over now.
But like Lex Luthor, terrible choice for Lex Luthor. I would have never casted
Jesse
him.
Eisenberg, absolutely not.
Bring Michael Rosenbaum back.
Or give us Heisenberg.
No, you have to have him match the age of the Superman they're playing. Honestly,
Billy Zane.
Superman and Bruce Wayne should have been the same age.
Billy Zane?
Nah, I don't think so. You really need to see Michael Rosenbaum's portrayal.
I've seen him a long time ago. Remember?
Greatest portrayal ever of Lex Luthor.
Because his best role not even Lex Luthor. It was you already know what movie I'm talking about, huh?
Yeah.
Sorority Boys.
Yeah. Him as Lex Luthor, and he's got the true eye for the character. He embraced the role. I could see him being rich. I can see him being wealthy. I can see him being arrogant, not crazy. That's literally what Jesse Eisenberg's character was. Crazy. But one thing I did like is that the fact that Lex Luthor was apparently committed to Arkham Asylum. That makes sense because most incredibly intelligent people come across as insane to average intellects.
Hey, it wasn't even called Arkham Asylum, though, was it?
Nah.
I hate that.
Arkham Institution. I think it was.
Can I just change it to Arkham Asylum like it's supposed to be?
I think Asylum is seen as too aggressive.
So?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, in Arkham, only the truly crazies live there.
Yeah.
I mean, so it should be Arkham Asylum, but no. Arkham Institution, because we're here to institutionalize and correct all your defects.
Okay, honestly, I think we should wrap this up because we're not even really talking about the movie no more. Now we're just like talking about everything else.
Yeah, but everything else kind of does rope in.
I'm tired. I just got off work.
Well, we have been going for an hour.
Gay? No homo.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so we talked about Wonder Woman. We talked about Cyborg. We talked about Aquaman, Batman. We did talk about Wonder Woman. If I already said that, Superman.
She had two movies. We don't need to talk about
Superman
her.
really wasn't in the film at all. Which is
just like in both movies.
Oh, one thing I got to say this. One thing that makes no sense is at the end of BVS, when everyone leaves the grave alone, remember the Earth started to rise? It makes you think, because in the actual comics and in the actual shows, his body actually doesn't truly die. It is taken by the Kryptonian droids to the Fortress of Solitude to recover. And he's put in a cryostasis to where he can actually absorb the sun's rays and heal up because he doesn't die. He actually heals up. So I was thinking that's the route they were going to go. Not use a mother box to bring him to life because he was actually dead. It was like, why, if this was your plan, Zack Snyder, would you have the Earth rise at the end of the movie? If you want him to actually be dead, have the Earth stay still.
Yeah.
Okay? Have the Earth stay still. Earth doesn't move normally. It apparently only moves when Superman's about to fly.
And this is the thing, though. Like, you didn't even have to do that. Like you were saying, like, you know, if your whole plan was to, like, just bring him back with the mother box, then just end it with it's the funeral. He's legit dead because, in the movie, he's legit dead.
Because that's the thing. A lot of people were joking about the fact that Zack Snyder couldn't even commit to it because the Earth rose. And it's just like, if he's actually going to be dead and need the mother boxes to bring him back to life, then he actually is dead.
Because even all the promotions and the trailers, you don't get no super. The only time you see Superman in the promotions was when it was for the Blu-ray, the DVD. Because like now it's like, okay, yo,
everyone knows.
He knows. But like, I was just like, huh. I mean, I knew we all. But the thing is, though, that's what I hate about Hollywood now. TMZ, all these paparazzis, they're going to give us pictures and everything about what's going on set, which sucks.
Yeah,
you're lucky because you don't follow that.
But I don't pay attention to pop culture.
So they were like legit going that route. And again, when he comes back, that scene rushed.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah, it's just one of those biggest issues that I just don't care about. Superman really, it's just like, commit to his death. If you already knew, if you had planned out a 5-movie deal, you knew that Superman was going to actually be dead. You knew that you were going to require a mother box to bring him back to life.
You don't smell that?
No.
Nigga, really?
Dude, we're doing a podcast right now.
Fuck the podcast.
Ignore that.
That shit stink.
I don't care.
That nigga like farting and shit.
You probably smell worse than that.
Hell no. Nigga,
leave Bolty alone.
He's sleeping and farting like he work a job. Boy, bye.
You leave Bolty alone.
But
but that is going off topic. Everything else was on topic.
Oh, well.
Relatively speaking. But that was my first time seeing Willem Dafoe in a DC movie since I didn't see Aquaman.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
What's your second time? Because you watched it twice. You watched 2 different movies.
He wasn't in the first one.
Yes, he was.
Mm-mm.
He wasn't in the first one?
No, he was not in the first one.
It was only her, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought he was in the first one.
No, he was not. That's the thing, because I was surprised. It's just like, oh, because I was watching the long credit scene as the opening scene happens. I think it's like 10 minutes that Superman's shouting into the air.
Oh, you talking about with the slow motion and the slider cut?
And all the mother boxes are awakening. What's happening is they're having all the credits right there. And I was like, oh, Willem Dafoe's in this? I was reading off all the names because it lasted forever. There was nothing really to look at. I was just like, oh my gosh. So that's the thing is I'm trying to think, would this movie be considered even good if it was released in theaters?
See, to first?
Yeah. No.
That's a good question.
It'd be another BVS.
I was thinking the same thing because, of course, we're gonna say it's good now because
you see the whole thing.
Yeah, look what we had, and then look what we have now.
Yeah.
But if this is the one that got released right away, everybody will be singing a different tune. Everybody, even the nerds that was like, oh no, the nerds was still
the Snyder simps will always be Snyder simps.
They will still blow Snyder.
Oh, that's one thing I do gotta say. I mentioned it before, but I do respect the fact that fans are now having more of a voice.
Oh, absolutely.
In things.
Look at Sonic.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Sonic got brought because, honestly, now that it's been done, I do want to see the crappy Sonic version. Why? Just for the shits and giggles.
I would love that.
I want to see the Sonic just because I want to see how funny and how dumb it looks. Because that's not Sonic.
You got to get high and watch that.
That is not Sonic. That is a creepy looking bipedal hamster.
I got to see that.
Yeah.
Release
it for extra cash, but it's just like, you listen to the fans because the fans know what they want.
They're trying to release
hashtag return Gina Carano to the Mandalorian. She's the only good thing about it. I love her. She's hot.
Disney like, okay, y'all canceled. Disney, y'all canceled. But what was it? The David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. I'm just like, we don't need that cut. That movie's probably still gonna suck.
Well, even if they go back and reshoot it, nobody really wants to go back and reshoot it.
No, yeah.
It's already been too long, I assume. How long has it been since it came out? It's just
2000. I was in LA, so I want to say either 15. I want to say 16.
Okay.
2016.
So it is far.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Justice League movie only came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
It came out 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
So almost going on 4.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually predicted that I predicted 7, 8, 9 years ago. I made an animation that Justice League would come out in 2018. I was off by 1 year. Yeah.
And I Am Legend, predicted there's going to be a Batman vs Superman movie.
Yep. I predicted a lot.
Right. Oh.
Simpsons did it first.
Yeah. They also going to predict this when everybody's getting these vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't getting one.
You're gonna kill people because of that. Don't you care about old people?
Fuck them. They had their time.
That's what I was thinking.
What about the kids? They don't have
the kids will build an immunity.
They didn't get time to even really care about what's going on.
The thing is, the kids, unless they have a ton of serious issues, the kids will get immunity. It's the elderly that have an issue.
Just, in the words of the late great Bernie Mac, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, he always said that about his own, though.
Yeah.
So he can get away with that.
Right.
When you have kids, you can say that about your own kids.
Man, I'll say this shit now. Fuck them kids. Fuck them old people. I'm sorry.
Ew.
Hey, the moms from the kids. No, I didn't mean it like that. But the moms
but
from
we're going off track.
The mom from Step Brothers. Oh yeah.
We going off track here.
But,
I think I've said everything I need to
but
say.
But though, I did enjoy. I enjoyed the Snyder Cut. This is a movie I would buy. I actually do like it. It's better than the original theatrical version. It's more fleshed out. The action is better. They need to still chill out on the slow motion, on Wonder Woman's stupid little theme song. But yeah, it sucks that they end it with promise of a sequel that's never gonna come unless they actually do it. But this universe is like all over the place. But long story short, I enjoy this movie. If you watch the DC movies, check it out. I say don't even watch the Joss Whedon version. Check this one out.
Yeah, the Joss Whedon version was a mistake to watch first. It was a waste of 2 hours, even though this was 4 hours, and I could have gotten the entire story.
3 hours and 53 minutes.
I could have gotten the entire story if I would have just watched the Justice League.
I wanted you to watch both so you can really compare it.
Yeah, compare them. Some of the scenes that were added, some of the scenes that weren't. The freaking driving onto the freeway. An added scene for no real.
No, with Alfred teaching Wonder Woman how to make tea.
Yeah, just like those little things. Okay.
Because it's funny because he said, "Oh no, thank you." And then as he's like watching her, he's basically, "No, you gotta do it like that. You gotta do it like that." I'm like, "Nah, I see why you don't want to get none of her tea."
Yeah, because she doesn't know how to make the tea.
Yep.
Yeah, he knows how to make the tea.
Uh-huh.
And I did like his one-liner jokes. I gotta say, I do like Jeremy Irons as an actor. I love him.
I take it from here, Alfred. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Alfred.
And also the fact when we got some guests. You go make the tea. All right, I'll make the tea. But where are we gonna get the cups?
Yeah,
because it's just like it's normally just him and Bruce. Yeah. They have no more cups. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, all his lines were great.
Yeah, I love The Flash. I would love to see an actual movie of The Flash. Wonder Woman, I think we've gotten too much of her already.
Absolutely.
Because it's just...
She's already been in 4 movies.
Yeah, it's just like we need more of the other characters.
Dude, she's been in more movies than Superman.
Yeah, Superman actually needs a movie. The problem is Superman is such a powerful character, it's hard to create movies for him.
Okay, Batman's...
Yeah.
Okay, Batman has been in 3 movies.
Yeah.
And he's getting ready to have his own, even though it's not going to be Ben Affleck. But it's like, damn, Superman, what's going on?
Yeah, well, Superman is a hard character to write for.
Because he's so powerful.
Yeah,
that's why I never liked Superman.
That's why I don't. Most people didn't like Zack Snyder doing a Superman movie. Why? Because he killed someone, and it's just like Superman doesn't kill. Superman has he's the ultimate Boy Scout. He has a moral compass above anything else. And here, Zack Snyder was too weak of an actual writer to write Superman as Superman. His excuse was he wanted to break down the character completely and do a darker side of Superman. Superman isn't dark unless you're reading some of the comics where he's raised by the Soviets or depending on what. or different timelines. No, Superman is the epitome of hope, and he sounded as a baby who was forced into this superhero role. In Batman v Superman, that's what he sounded like. In Man of Steel, that's what he sounded like. He just had to protect the place where he lived. It just like, no, that's not Superman. It's hard to write Superman. A lot of the classic writers and people who did the animations always said Superman was one of the hardest characters to write because it's so hard to write someone so perfect and have it be entertaining, because it's the flawed characters people enjoy.
Yeah, see, and that's why I always say, like, that's why I never really cared for Superman, because it's like, well, who the hell is he gonna go against? That's why I'm like, you have to go somewhere far out to get some kryptonite.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't just like pick it up at the pawn shop or something. You have to like, you have to like have like a spaceship or some type of gadget to like go here and go there to get this. I'm like,
well, this is we're still going on about this Justice League, because that's one of the things is Superman is so powerful that the Justice League's only goal was to bring Superman back. Why? Because Superman is the god on the Earth that protects it, that everyone feared him.
Because honestly, once they brought Superman back, they could have went home.
Yeah, he took care of everything. Everything was a done deal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he even lifted up an entire apartment complex. Oh yeah, that was Josh Whedon.
Yeah, because
God, I hated that.
Because the second he shows up, this blade that had been cutting through everyone, destroying them in one hit, he goes down and just lands on Superman's shoulders.
Not impressed.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then he blows on it and then flicks it, and the whole thing shatters into a million pieces.
No homo.
Yeah. It was because that's the thing, is like a character is so powerful. The only way to make a movie actually interesting is to remove him for the first 3.5 hours.
Yeah. That is so true. Yeah. Because if Superman was in this movie, the movie would have been over. Just like that. Hey, but I did love when Superman was getting ready to go at Batman, bro, he was hitting him with he was straight up trying to kill Batman in that scene. That's why I'm glad he didn't, do the, you won't let me live, you won't let me die.
Yeah, they didn't really have him talking or anything, because
I
did love the Aquaman's rationality. They were all afraid when Superman first came to life, and then Cyborg initiated the assault.
Yeah.
But Lois Lane walked up to Superman without fear, and an animal can normally sense that sort of thing. And here Superman was relying completely on instinct. That when Lois Lane walked up in front of him, he started to recuperate. He didn't really know much of anything. So he listened to Lois. And it made a lot of sense. He was a wild animal at that point who was defending himself because he was initially first attacked. But he's an overly powerful being.
Hey, but I did a little when Flash tried to run at him. He just nope, and then run into Aquaman. Dude, there's so many memes with that. Like when Aquaman is pointing, it's the fans when fans like about the Snyder cut, and then it's Warner Brothers as the Flash like, I am so sorry.
Yeah,
it's like yeah. But let's wrap this up. It's about to be it. Great movie.
It's an enjoyable movie.
It's a good movie. I don't want to say great. It has its problems, of course.
If you want to see a better version of it, just watch Justice League War. The humor's there. Everyone serves a purpose, because the jokes of Batman are constantly there, him being a human. But in the Justice League War, he's actually a detective. He actually knows his place. He actually studies and learns everything about that. It's funny how I just talk up Justice League War, everything other than this movie. No, I did enjoy this movie, but it's just like I've seen Justice League, I've seen Justice League War, I've seen Justice League Unlimited,
and I'm also giving you this look because I know you. And the second you brought up Justice League War, I'm like, we're going on for another 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say this: it's just like if you want to see a great Superman stories, you go to the Justice League series. Because they're all short little stories, one-offs, or 3 or 4 episodes each, where each character gets their own, like it'll be Superman and Flash, Wonder Woman, and Hawkgirl, all going off and doing their own things. And it's actually enjoyable to watch as they leave the planet, because that's normally when Superman gets involved, because he's overly powerful. That's where he actually finds his villains. Yeah, we need just to cut this off, because I will go on for several more hours.
That's why I stopped smiling. I'm trying to like hold back a smile. I wanted to see how long you was going to keep talking.
I would have kept talking. It's when you stopped smiling, I was like, okay, this is going on for far too long. Yeah. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Leave an unlike on all of his videos because he has never seen the Lord of the Rings.
I saw the first one and it was trash, but I also have my review, my spoiler talk for this also on my page, so also check that out. And for the people that also think Lord of the Rings is trash, come subscribe to my page. You know what I'm saying? We in this together.
There's probably only one of you out there. Just look in the mirror.
Fuck out of here.
Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Toodles.